not doing the intro.
Well, we're not going to do 30
I'm thankful
minutes.
that one of you guys is going to do the intro for our Thanksgiving 2025 edition.
Yeah. Well, for what we didn't, I can't really remember everything that we covered last time.
That was a year ago, dude.
That was a year ago.
Second time around, right?
Yeah, this is the second time we're doing it Thanksgiving.
I think you talked about the origins of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we talked about like Elias Boudinot and his letter to
That feels like just yesterday. Boudinot.
Wow.
Who was a member of the First Continental Congress and representative for New Jersey or Pennsylvania, one of the two, Presbyterian pastor, wrote George Washington a letter and attempting to get Thanksgiving as a national holiday. And I think it was that recognition of something that's been going on in church history for a long time.
Yeah.
Is that in times of prosperity, we give thanks. In times of need and want, we pray and fast. And I think that was just a carrying on of that tradition.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we talked for 30 minutes about pie and Sister Schubert's. And
Sister Schubert.
That's where the Sister Schubert's
Sister Schubert. She's not a nun.
The pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
They have been discontinued. It's been confirmed. It's a sad day for Matt Shiflett.
It is.
Thanksgiving will
It's
never
what's
be
wrong
the same.
with the world today is Sister Schubert's gone.
Pigs in a blanket.
Just have her yeast rolls to keep you warm.
Yeah.
Well, how about I'll kick us off.
Okay.
With
Well, I think
prayer.
we just did. But
Oh, was that the kickoff?
yeah.
Boudinot?
Boudinot.
No.
Boudinot.
He must have been French.
He must have been, yeah.
So we're back. Thanksgiving has come again. It's that time of year. Happy Thanksgiving.
It's that time of year.
We can give thanks for that we lived to see another Thanksgiving.
It feels like 5 minutes ago we were here talking about Sister Schubert and Elias Boudinot.
And the United States still exists.
And J-list chicken wings. That's right. And the United States still exists. We lived through a year of Trump.
Not even.
Not even, yeah.
But, yeah.
Seed time and harvest, summer and winter.
Yep.
We're back.
We're back.
I think we should talk about two things. And that's giving thanks in general to God, and then just more tips for how to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Okay.
When you're sitting around the table.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting around the table and there's awkward conversation and you're around people that you might not see a lot, maybe people you want to be with, maybe people you don't want to be with.
I'm going to be with the Dion's, so
I guess you don't want to be there.
Don't answer the question.
there's not going to be a lot of awkward stuff going.
I always love this quote from George Herbert, his poem Gratefulness. I don't understand the rest of the poem because Herbert's kind of hard to understand, but the first line anybody can get. Thou that hast given so much to me, give one thing more, a grateful heart. We ought to be counting our blessings all the time and thinking about them and giving praise to God for them, right? 1 Thessalonians 5:18. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus. In everything, we're to give thanks to God. Whether it's good times, whether it's bad times, whether it's trials, whether it's joy, whatever it is,
right.
There's always something to be thankful for.
Well, and because he's always making provision, even when we're under chastisement, there's provision being made there. He's given us a little spanking, and it's a father's love, and that's a gift, And of course, the ultimate provision that he's made for us is his son, and then we're all saved by the grace and mercy of God through the sacrifice of his son.
The Lord's Supper, the church has called it the Eucharist because that's the Greek word for thanks, giving thanks. And I was thinking about that and the fact that Jesus himself gave thanks. He gave thanks when he broke the bread feeding the 5,000 and at the Lord's Supper. And that's what we read in our liturgy, in the words of institution. For I received from the Lord, which I also delivered to you, that the Lord Jesus, in the night in which he was betrayed, took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, "This is my body." The Son himself thanked God. He thanked the Father for what he had. We're not above our Master. Everybody has something to give thanks for. The idea of harvest also was on my mind. This is a time of harvest, but I mean, if you're a farmer, harvest is a lot of work. You're taking in all that crop, but it's also good because this is when you're getting your profit. The Christian, we might be getting a lot of harvest physically. We might be making money. We might be doing well, or we could just not have any physical blessings. Yet we ourselves are the harvest, God's harvest, right? God himself has planted seed and it's grown in us. Well, one question you could ponder is, have you grown in gratitude from last year? Are you more thankful now than you were then? Have you grown in gratitude to God?
Yeah, I think I've come to understand gratefulness a little more, and so, so the application of it has certainly been more informed, So, I would say I've grown in that area. If you don't look back, and I say this all the time, if you don't look back every 5 years and go, man, I was an idiot, you're not growing.
You're not growing.
It's true. Yeah. Harry, I've reached the top. It's a good diagnostic. Go back and read your texts and emails from 5 years ago. See if you've grown.
Yeah.
One of the thoughts I had was, if you're not in the habit of Thanksgiving, then Thanksgiving rolls around and it's just fake and forced and awkward. When you make your family go around the table and say what you're thankful for, it's just such a stupid, superficial thing that no one has thought about. And that's because we're not in the habit of Thanksgiving. So it feels manufactured and awkward. And yeah, we should verbalize our thanks, but we should be doing it all the time. If we're not in the habit of it, Thanksgiving rolls around and it's like it placates our. We feel like we've gone to church on our holy day of obligation.
Well, yeah, it's funny you mentioned the going around the room, saying what you're thankful for, and it's just awkward and
generic and trite
and boring.
But to some degree, you can't help but sound that. And because I know it's cliche, but we really should think about what we're thankful for. Just the fact that we live in a country where we can celebrate and honor God, and publicly, where we don't, where the least of our, or the most of our worries is someone who would, ridicule us. Mm-hmm. There's no real persecution for Christians in America. Mm. And I think that's one of those things that we should be highly grateful and thankful for. And at the same time, very prayerful for those in places where they're not able to exercise that kind of freedom. Mm-hmm. When you think about what's going on in Nigeria right now, I mean, it's awful. 60,000 Christians have been killed there this year. Mm-hmm. 19,000 churches, burned to the ground. And,
how are there even that many churches in Nigeria?
I don't know.
Prosperity is a double-edged sword. You give thanks to God for the harvest and for prosperity and for all of his provision. And on the other hand, prosperity makes you forget God and rely on your own strength and your bank accounts. And the abundance of everything you have around you. And so it almost is that when we lack, we grow in our thanksgiving, because then we're giving thanks out of our lack. We're thankful for the little we have. And when you're just saturated in stuff, it just, it's common, it's everywhere. You just don't have a sense that this came from the hand of God.
Yeah, that really is a story of Israel, that repeated success, and then the forgetfulness of where their thanks belongs, and they suffered because of it. And then during those sufferings, they regain that thankfulness, over and over.
Yeah. I often think of the verse, devote yourselves to prayer, keeping alert in an attitude of thanksgiving. That verse is the verse that always comes to mind when I'm thinking of Thanksgiving, that it is part of prayer to give thanks. We ought to do it regularly. It should be we should be giving thanks for how we've seen him work, all the providential works of God that we've lived through. But there's something about it that keeps us alert. If we give thanks, what does that mean? What does it mean that we're keeping alert?
Well, you're experiencing life, you're seeing it for what it actually is, as a gift from God. You didn't birth yourself. You didn't create this world. You didn't even make all the circumstances come together for whatever it is you've received that you're enjoying. You didn't give yourself the job. This spits in the face of the self-made man, the entrepreneur. You could be a Christian and an entrepreneur, but it's with a James 3 or James 4 attitude that my life's a vapor. It's in the hand of God. He's the one that has given me what I have. Everything's up to him. I'm living this life with the eye of faith. I'm not living by sight alone. And that's the difference between the Christian and the unbeliever. And that's what the Apostle Paul says in Romans 1 is one of the marks of an unbeliever and someone given over to their sin is that they do not give thanks. I mean, you're going through your life an atheist. You're not acknowledging God. You don't want to say there is a creator. You don't want to acknowledge him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, to be alert in Thanksgiving, it's like, are you really present in the moment? When you're opening your eyes, are you thinking about the fact that God is the one that gave you those eyes to open and all those colors to see?
There's something about the act of Thanksgiving that shakes us out of our slumber, shakes us out of our ruts we get in. I mean, it is one of the distinguishing characteristics of a Christian is to be thankful and to express thanksgiving. We can talk about things we're thankful for, but the pursuit of thanksgiving is thanking God for everything. Right. It's not necessarily things you're thankful for. It's thanking the source of all of your prosperity and adversity, right. All of your trials and tribulations and successes, and knowing that God superintends everything and he has laid it out for the good of those who love him. If you suppress the truth and unrighteousness, the first thing that fades away and atrophies is giving thanks to God. But if you're a Christian, it should be a muscle that you're exercising all the time.
You ever met just a very thankful person?
Yes.
Like you could just be, they're just the same. They're steady. They're joyful through and through. They're just grateful.
And generally they can take something that's like, all of us would be like, undone, and they'll see the positive in it. Right? They're
Glass
like,
half full.
yeah. Yeah, it's not my gift. Others have it, though. Others have that temperament, and God has given it to them, and it's a blessing to those that they're around. So they can lose everything, and they can say, well, all of that stuff was a burden anyway, and so now I'm free of all of the responsibility, and thank God, It's like, it's one way to look at it, and it's a good way to look at it. So somebody having a thankful attitude can be a rebuke. I like candy corn.
I like candy corn too.
Yeah. Better.
Yeah, candy corn.
Those who don't like candy corn, I don't like.
That's a this time of year thing.
It's a fall harvest Thanksgiving thing.
Did you know if you
pumpkins, the pumpkins in there?
Oh yeah. Those
delightful.
awesome.
If you stack candy corn, it makes corn. It looks like a corn cob.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder why they called it candy corn.
That's why.
Huh.
There it is. But the only other thing I'd say about Thanksgiving in America is that family is a huge aspect of it. And that's why Friendsgiving has become so popular. Everyone is in broken homes.
Yeah.
Like most of the homes are divorced.
That's true.
You're going to be split between homes, split between families. There's fraught relationships. Everyone's just, if you have a good family and a family that it's nuclear, it's is that the right word?
I think it's called nuclear.
Yeah. Nuclear. Not nuclear.
Nuclear. That's
nuclear.
George Bush. Nuclear.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Gotta get over there and get old dad. Saddam with a nuclear weapon. I looked it up on the interweb.
The Google.
I had a picture of Dick Cheney.
What?
From 4th grade.
Did you
Don't
meet him?
ask.
Is this signed?
No. It might have been.
Nice. Were you making a point? Yeah.
What were we talking? Okay, Thanksgiving.
Dick Cheney.
Oh, well,
Dick
families.
Cheney. I mean, who thought as we record a podcast on Thanksgiving that Dick Cheney would come up?
I miss him.
Right.
That wasn't on my bingo card for a Thanksgiving episode.
But you know what I mean?
Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney, George W. Bush.
George W. Bush.
Strategery.
The greatest clip of Reagan is him giving that speech in Germany, like right after the assassination attempt on him, and that balloon pops in the audience.
Nice try.
And he goes, "Miss me."
Yeah, that's what he said. Miss me.
Miss me.
I mean, that's sort of quick thinking, man. Miss me. It's genius. Wow. Yeah, that is his greatest moment, other than the actual tear down this wall speech.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Greatest speech.
Gorbachev.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the other great thing was when George W. Bush threw the first pitch at Yankee Stadium after 9/11, and he threw this hot fastball that was straight down the middle. Everybody was afraid he was going to get shot. Walking out there, everybody was scared.
Oh,
and he from the mound, he didn't step in front of the mound. From the mound, throws this laser strike.
Throws a heater.
It's just like that was his finest moment right there. I'm thankful for hand shucked corn.
Bill Murray owned a farm team here in South Carolina.
Did he really?
Yeah. The Charleston Rainbows or something like that. He owned
Rainbows.
All those teams got funny names.
It's true.
Savannah Bananas.
Mud Hens. The Savannah Bananas are not baseball anymore. So what are you thankful for? I mean, let's give some thanks to God. What are you thankful for, Jeremy? What, in this past year, looking back, do you say, thank the Lord for that?
Thank the Lord for even when it seems like I have nothing, I have Christ. Thank God for his son.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the biggest one for me.
Yeah, that's the one we got to tell everybody about.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I'm thankful that I can't lose that, that no matter how bad things get, no matter how great things are, I've got Christ, and that's not going to change. We're all thankful for that thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
above everything
above
else.
everything else. So
That when I die, I can stand before God clothed in the righteousness of Christ,
right.
and not be fearful.
And then, of course, everything else that we're thankful for is established on that one thing that we're thankful for.
Yeah. I was ordained 21 years ago today. So
okay.
I'm thankful that God has kept me in the game for 21 years.
Oh, yeah. Your ordination could legally drink today.
That's the stupidest joke. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say.
Isn't it?
It's just so dumb.
Oh, no, I've said dumber stuff.
No, you haven't.
I have.
That is the dumbest thing
Maybe
you have
not
ever
in
said.
this room.
That is... I feel dumber having heard your answer.
I grant you no points.
I bought some Manischewitz egg kichel. It was dirt cheap.
What does that mean?
It's like this. It's
Sounds
a kosher.
gross. I mean, it
cookie.
just
like I don't know. I've
it's-
never had it before, so I was just like, "Oh, it's 50 cents. Well, I'll get one of these. I'll
Where'd
get one
you
for
get it?
Frank, S&A." So they have a bunch of it's a discount grocery store,
Yeah.
so everything's expired or just expired.
Oh, brother.
But so most of the time it's really good. Like everything's dirt cheap, and it's
And
only
one time
missed.
out of 100, you get botulism.
Yeah,
and stuff.
sometimes it's like those chips are pretty stale. Oh well,
Oh, man.
and so you just kind of have to roll the punches.
That's
but
cool. I'm glad that exists.
Yeah, it's gross though. I wouldn't recommend egg kichel.
Egg kichel. Manischewitz.
Egg kichel.
Egg kichel.
Yeah, if you're ever
It's not as good as a double stuffed Oreo.
no.
Not even close.
No.
That-
And I'm not
you
even
got
a big fan.
We got to
of
squeak out of
Oreos.
them for that one.
Almost like it was like, well, it's a little better than just a regular.
Yeah. I don't, there's too much cookie in the regular Oreo.
You have enough milk, it doesn't matter.
Well, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not a cookie dipper.
Oh, I'm not a cookie dipper.
Just because I don't
either.
like soggy
I stick
bread.
the cookie in my mouth first.
And then take a swig?
Take a swig, yeah.
Dude, that is elite technique. Huh. Did somebody teach you that?
I developed it over many years.
You developed it. Do you
Now my
know,
kids,
swish it around a little bit?
my kids, they dunk them. No, I just like for some reason
They're dunkers, huh?
I like chewing the cookie, breaking the cookie apart in
See,
the milk in my
You
mouth.
do like in
That's incredible. You've actually thought this through.